Definitely picking up Richard. Big Dig Energy. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Symphony of War Interlude 1. This is going to be a video where we just go over the interactions between characters and sort of go through the shop and see what is available to buy, go through some strategizing. So if you want to see the next chapter, you can go to the next video. With Eastwall Fortress secured by Mani's army, General Antares retreats deeper within the forests to his stronghold at Centurion's Rest. As Mani's first mission ends in victory, the Empire recognizes his promise as a commander and entrusts him to invade Centurion's Rest and destroy any rebel forces in the area. Despite Zelos' enthusiasm for victory in battle, the meaning of this rebellion begins to weigh on Mani's mind. These are not an invading force. They are common people, fellow Viridians. Perhaps, if Antares is brought to heel, there can be a quick end to the violence. I never trust the government, my friend. Alright, let's do some supports first. In this list, you can sort of see who's friends with who. You can see that we have a few portraits that are sort of grayed out. That just means that we haven't unlocked those characters yet. Hey there, Jules. Oh, hi, Manny. Great to see you. I'm pretty relieved that you and I ended up on the same team. Not sure if I would have made it through the academy without you. Yeah, I'm glad we got assigned to the same campaign too. Lucky break, huh? So, what it's been like for you growing up in Viridia as a Sayonari? I think that apostrophe S should be right there. little typo there. Well, I feel very fortunate. My adoptive parents made sure I didn't grow up without knowing about my Sayonari heritage. It sounds like such a wondrous place. Yeah. Shame outsiders can't show their face there anymore without being turned away. They lost so much during the Succession War, and for basically nothing. They are protective of their way of life, so say my parents. Maybe Viridia's leaders could learn a thing or two from that. I can't imagine what good is to come from the attacks on the Donari temples. Most Viridians are devotees of Donar. It's as if they're trying to provoke people. I know you don't like talking about this sort of thing. It's okay. You usually go over my head with this stuff, but I like listening to it anyway. You're great company, Manny. Jules is just always so upbeat. Sometimes I don't understand your optimism, but I sure appreciate it. And then yes, Manny and Jules have become friends, so you can get different levels of relationships and progress those throughout the game. They also do grant you extra points towards getting resources. We'll get to those in just a minute. I am going to try and do some different voices for these. I realized that the Paladin Captain actually has the voice that I was giving to Zelos, so I'm going to be swapping some voices and trying to keep them as close as possible to the OG voice actors in the game.
Good thing we showed up, huh, Jules? Can't let the others take all the glory.
Ah, come on. Glory's not all that important.
Says you. You're sweet and all, but you were adopted by rich nobles. The rest of us have to scratch and claw for everything we get.
Why do you want it so bad anyway? You're doing great.
Jules, have I ever told you that I tried to become a paladin?
Not yet. Well, that seems right up your alley.
Exactly what I keep saying. The temple leadership said I was too hot-headed and ambitious. So, here I am, just a plain old army priestess.
I'm sorry, Sybil. It seems very important to you.
Have you ever seen the girls in the Sisterhood of Justice? They're so amazing and loved by everyone. I have to become a paladin, somehow. I just have to. Sorry, I'm being so selfish. What do you want for your future, Jules?
Well, I can't say I've thought about it too much. I just take things day by day.
Yeah, that's probably easier than always chasing the future.
You can see now the legends chapters here are new. This is the newest feature. Extra missions, basically. We get 8 extra missions, and they have some pretty good rewards, and the difficulty's been adjusted accordingly. Apparently, enemies are just a little bit harder. On ludicrous difficulty, your resources are pretty limited. So anyways, let's go and see what we've got in the marketplace. Soldier Captain Mage. That's pretty interesting. Oh, I should show you guys the stuff that we got. So we picked up an artifact. We got Steel Shatter, which seems it's a little high on cap, but ignoring 20% of armor is really nice. It's a great artifact pickup at the beginning. And we also got Overpower trait, which is really, really good on units that are just trying to force surrenders. So like Diana is really great with this because she has insanely high strength. See if the trader's gone. Sent more damage to dragons. A little bit of iron. That's really valuable. And the Acolyte's Mace is also a pretty good item. Ruby Ring is also kind of nice because it's just super cheap. We need to get a couple more units going. What does Disarm do again? Not great. His skill isn't like super high, so this is pretty interesting though. Soldier Captain is nice, and water is a good affinity for a healer. So I think we might take her and then swap her to being a healer. And Dylan has pretty high leadership, so... Oh! See, yeah, look at this guy. He's only level 1, but he's already got insanely high leadership. Sometimes you can find some really great leader units just in the level 1 recruits. And then what you can do is you can stick this guy in with your force leader, and he will gain leadership slowly over time while in part of that unit. So we're definitely picking up Richard. Big Dick over there. Big Dick energy. Let's see. I don't really need any more archers. We need a bunch of healers, so let's just grab a couple of those. Ooh, wow, that's a great one. Light affinity and high leadership. Fantastic. And I think we could use some more iron, so we'll grab Dylan as well. Let's grab this extra iron too. And an extra thing there. I would like to get a handful of acolytes going at some point, or whatever the paladin girls are, the ones with the hammers. They're really, really good frontline units. Tidepost is also going to be a reasonable leader as well. The water isn't a great affinity for a fighter. We'll take him anyways. Getting some tough units out the gate is a pretty good idea, and then hopefully we can pick up some bronze medals and do fewer arena runs. Wow, 40 leadership right at the gate? Man, that's fantastic. Man, they're all water affinity. I think you want earth for these guys because they have they get more HP. And the thing is, like, we could also take this bowman and, you know, just turn him into a soldier because he's a man. There's 2 sort of class trees for each type of unit. Soldiers and archers are men, and then the militia and medics are female. Yeah, let's just grab another one of these guys. I think we'll take this one, Pardis. We might turn her into a militia, actually. She's lightning affinity, although her skill isn't very high initially. We need a bunch of healers because the early game is pretty tough, and having healers in your squad is really helpful. Let's go over to our tech tree. We need mentorship immediately so that we can start training up more leader units. And I really like mixed unit tactics early on, just because the base weapon power is really powerful early as opposed to later down the line. And that will conclude our resource spending. We only had 2 slots available, so that's great. Now let's have a look at our army. One of the complaints that I do have about this game is the UI. This is extremely difficult to navigate, and it's very, very clunky. It takes a lot of time to really reorder your squads. Revamping this would be really, really helpful, just to make it way easier to use this UI and you know, move units around and stuff like that. Like, it's mouse based. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to click on an archer here, drag it over to this squad, or whatever, right? I think that would make this a lot easier. Anyways, let's change class here. I'm going to put her to a medic. We start out with 1 apprentice every time, and getting this guy trained up so that he is able to change into one of the higher level mages is going to be a huge boon, because mages are very strong in this game. They have very powerful AoE damage. He has Dark Affinity, which means he's super squishy, but he will deal lots and lots of damage. I think it gives strength and magic. So Sybil has 46 leadership currently. The leadership of your unit will correlate to this. We are actually going to change many. I know that I wanted lots of skill on him, but I actually don't like the stealth attack that he was doing. I would much prefer for him to have some extra HP and mainline as a frontline unit. He's by far the most powerful unit that we have right now, so we need him in the front line taking hits. We're putting Big Dick in his unit here with the 43 leadership so that he can gain a little bit of leadership while he's mastering his class, and then as soon as we can promote him, we will put him as a leader of his own unit. Alright, so this is our final force. I'm tempted to keep trying to buy units until we get one with a really high leadership and maybe form one more squad. I think we could use another healer, and there we go. We've got another leader there. So now we've got Wilhelmina in with Zelos. She'll get a little bit of leadership whenever he has to fight some stuff, which again isn't going to be often, but just getting what you can where you can is always a good idea. Alright everyone, so thank you very much for tuning in to this little interlude here, and stay tuned, check back in soon. We will have the second mission for Who's Sick coming up. Please like, share, and subscribe, help the channel grow. It's really the best thing that you can do to support me. If you have any questions, comments, strategy tips, anything like that, please leave them in the comment section down below. Have a great day everyone.